Welcome back, my name is Kerry, and today I've got a new home construction price update. 2021 has been a crazy year in the housing market. It's as if everyone decided they want a new home at the exact same time and there wasn't enough to go around, so the prices of new construction, existing homes, and building materials shot up. A lot of people are sitting on the fence trying to decide their next move, so I see a lot of questions like, should I buy? Should I wait? Are prices coming down? Are prices going up? Will the market crash? And while it would be nice to have answers to all those questions, I do not have a crystal ball. However, what I do have is access to information that most people don't, because I've been in the housing industry for over 10 years now, and I get sent updates of the actual cost to build a new home. So instead of crystal, it's more like a clear beach ball that comes with a case of beer. But you know what? It's better than nothing. I was recently sent 2 such updates from different sources that I think paint a pretty clear picture of where new construction prices are going for the rest of this year. What I'm going to do is tell you what was in those updates and why I think we haven't seen the top of new construction pricing just yet. So let's do it. One item that has quite frequently been in the headlines this year in relation to the cost increases we're seeing in new construction is the price of lumber. I've been watching the price of lumber, hoping that when it peaked, we would see the price increases of new construction slow down or level off. Well, lumber prices peaked back in early May, and this week actually posted their biggest ever weekly drop on record, dating all the way back to 1986 by falling a whopping 18%. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get these prices back down to earth, please. The article then goes on to say that before the big rally of 2020, lumber futures had been in the $200 to $600 range since 1992, and that Scott Reeves, the director of forest operations at Domain Timber Advisors, thinks that they will stay above $500 per 1,000 board feet for the next 5 to 8 years. Scott then goes on to say, "We are at a new normal. We are going to see this sustained level of housing demand and a new normal for a pricing floor in lumber." 2 things. Number 1, if we're leaving anything behind in 2020, 2021, it has to be the term new normal. The amount of times we heard all the things that are going to be the new normal was too much. We overused it and now it's dead. Canceled. The end. Say anything else. We are at a new standard. We're going to see this sustained level of housing demand and a standard for a pricing floor in lumber. Number 2, I agree. There is definitely a backlog of housing demand that we need to work through before the pricing starts to come down for end users. Whether it's 5 to 8 years worth, like he's suggesting, I have no idea. My beach ball does not see out that far. What I do know is so far the decrease in lumber prices, even though it's been going down for about a month, hasn't done anything for the price of new construction. In fact, the companies I'm dealing with have just increased their prices. This update is from a manufactured home builder, but you'll see the materials they're referencing are the same as those you'll find in any type of home. Doesn't matter if the home's built in a factory or on site, they're using the same materials, so I'm assuming we can expect the same increases across the entire housing spectrum. The update starts with a visual representation of what $1,000 got you in lumber in the fall of 2020 and what it would buy you in May 2021. I'm not sure how accurate this is. They're basically just putting a picture in the update to butter me up for the price increase I'm going to be served later on down the page. Since the prices dropped since May, it might be an idea to add a few more rows to the stack, thank you very much. Then they jump right into the meat and potatoes of it and give real examples of the increases they're receiving from their suppliers. The first was a 22.5% increase on trusses. That's a big jump considering they use over 80 on some of their houses. Next, they saw a 75% increase on wire over their last order. Doesn't say how often they order or what kind of wire, but 75% increase? Wow. This next one is really interesting. The price of a 2x4x10 had gone up 7.4%, and it's noted that the price is continuing to climb, which goes against what the lumber prices are doing and is kind of foreshadowing that another price increase might be coming fairly soon. Finally, OSB had a 3.9% increase, and they used 200 to 250 sheets per home. These latest increases from their suppliers has led to a $4 per square foot increase to me, effective immediately, which on a 1,500 square foot house works out to $6,000. That's a significant increase and not the news that anyone was really hoping for. The second update also came from a manufactured home builder and essentially says the same thing, just in fewer words. effective immediately, we'll be seeing a 1.5% increase on all homes, and the reason given was a steady and unrelenting increase in materials. 1.5% doesn't work out to as much as $4 per square foot, but the increases from this factory have been coming more frequently, so when the dust settles, it's all pretty much the same. So again, even though the price of lumber has been on a steady decline for over a month, it hasn't done anything for the prices the home builders are actually paying. Not yet, anyway. Also worth mentioning, Whirlpool has notified this factory that they're behind on white fridges. So any home that was supposed to come with a white fridge will be getting a credit. Forget about a new house. If you're on the fence about a new fridge, now might be the time to get it because apparently they're running out. We don't need to rush out and panic like we did with toilet paper, but if your fridge is on borrowed time, it might be worth looking at. Both updates lead me to believe we haven't seen the top of new construction prices just yet. Lumber prices are telling me one thing, the actual cost to build a home is telling me another. Keep in mind that anything ordered right now likely won't be built till the end of this year at the very earliest, so the prices people are paying at the end of the year are going to be higher than they are right now. On top of that, these timelines are for manufactured homes, which are typically built faster than a site-built home. So if you're looking at the price of a site-built home, their runway is going to be even longer, so the homes they're pricing now at today's cost likely won't be built until well into 2022 at the earliest. As we head into fall and demand declines, is there a chance that new construction prices come down? Yeah, there's always a chance, but I wouldn't count on it. I think there's still too much demand to work through to see prices decrease in 2021. From where I'm sitting, too many people still want to buy a new home, and apparently building material suppliers are still increasing their prices even though lumber prices have flipped. Another thing we need to consider is if the building material suppliers lower the cost, those savings might not get passed on to the consumers right away. When the prices were going up, a lot of builders got hit with massive increases which they weren't able to pass on to their clients, and rightly so, which just ate away at whatever profit they thought they had. At the end of the day, demand is the biggest factor. Until people lose interest in new houses, prices aren't going anywhere. Our boy Scott Reeves from Domain Timber Advisors thinks there's 5 to 8 years worth of demand, but that seems pretty aggressive to me. Let me know your thoughts on this. Are you in the market? Were you in the market? Did you lose interest? Do you have more interest than ever? What are you guys doing? It would be great to get a little sample of where everyone's sitting at this stage in the game. The price of new construction has increased again. I think until people lose interest in new homes, lowering demand, or there's a massive increase in supply, this trend will continue. I hear from people almost every day frantically looking for a new home that simply haven't been able to find one yet. If you made it this far into the video, let me know where you think we are in this market cycle. It's always interesting to hear other people's opinion because what I'm seeing might not be the same in other markets in North America. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.